George Washington University, specializing in public policy. I have been a proud member of the ICCP since 2013. It is a pleasure and a privilege to host the vibrant community of Montgomery County here today.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Miranda Lag, and I'm a junior at Walter Johnson High School. I serve as the captain of my school's volleyball team, and I have been recognized as an all-county athlete. Along with my academic and athletic commitments, I'm deeply involved in the Muslim community through leadership and service. I serve as the ISRA Student Life Chair for the Muslim youth in Northern America, helping to foster student engagement, and where I organize and bring these camps to life as I support youth programs and community building efforts. Additionally, I'm an active member of my school's Muslim Student Association, where I work to create an inclusive space for all Muslim students. Through these roles, I strive to strengthen connections, promote outreach, and support youth empowerment. As we begin our program today, I would like to start our program off with a recitation of the Holy Quran performed by Suhail Shah.
Assalamu alaikum. I'll be reciting Surah Baqarah, 183 to 185. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. O believers, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was for those before you, so perhaps you will be mindful of Allah. أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر وعلى الذين يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له وأن تصوموا خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. Fast a prescribed number of days. But whoever of you is ill or on a journey, then let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan. For those who can only fast with extreme difficulty, compensation can be made by feeding a needy person for every day not fasted. But whoever volunteers to give more, it is better for them. And to fast is better for you, if only you knew. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان فمن شهد منكم الشهر فليصم ومن كان مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله على ما هداكم ولعلكم تشكرون. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran was revealed as a guide for humanity with clear proofs of guidance and the decisive authority. So whoever is present this month, let them fast. But whoever is ill or on a journey, then let them fast an equal number of days after Ramadan. Allah intends ease for you, not hardship, so that you may complete the prescribed period and proclaim the greatness of Allah for guiding you. And perhaps you will be grateful. Sadaqallahul Azim.
Thank you so much for that beautiful recitation, Sahel. Unfortunately, Imam Rafai has taken ill and will not be joining us today. Instead, we would like to welcome Imam Faisal Khan to speak.
الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. Praise be to Almighty Allah who would guide us to this gathering, and this could not have been possible had it not been for His guidance. Absolute praise due to Allah, the Lord of Abraham and Moses and Jesus and Muhammad on whom be peace, the supreme ruler of the universe. We believe in Him and glorify His name and seek aid in all affairs of our life. We beseech His protection from committing sins, and we ask for His pardon and His mercy. We testify that there is no deity to be worshipped but one God. And we testify that Muhammad on whom be peace is the last of a chain of messengers that God Almighty have sent to mankind. My respected brothers and sisters, we gather here in this blessed month of Ramadan, the month that advocated for spirituality within ourselves, a month that we strive to be a better person, a month that abstains us from food and drink from dawn to sunset, a month that is celebrated through the Muslim world, a month that is so much beneficial for us as Muslims because it is the month in which the Quran was revealed, a month in which the gates of hell are closed and the gates of heaven are open, a month in which we as human beings strive to fulfill family commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this blessed month of Ramadan. So in this spiritual moment that we are sharing today in breaking our fast, let us give faith, praise and thanks to Allah for having made this possible, and we thank you once again for coming. Wassalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Imam Faisal Khan. Our next guest is Nora Ahsan, who will be performing the national anthem. Everyone, please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
The flag is back there, by the way. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
amazing, Nora. Thank you. Up next, I would like to invite Montgomery County Muslim Foundation Chairman Mr. Sultan Chowdhury and Montgomery County Muslim Council Chairman Mr. Mu'min Bare to deliver welcoming remarks.
Greetings, salam, shalom, namaste, and all greetings from this world of diversity. I'm privileged to welcome you in this evening on a beautiful afternoon, sunny afternoon, to this beautiful gathering of Ramadan. And I want to offer you the blessings of Ramadan as the Imam and the young man recite from Holy Quran. As you know, in an hour we'll be breaking fast, which is ordained for the Muslims who fast. So this is a very tight schedule, so we're rushing. So you're almost used to it, so we'll go for it. But I want to express my gratitude to our leaders in the government, especially county government and state, and county and state governments for the support that's critical for the development of this county and our state. Maryland, Montgomery County, Maryland, is rated the most diverse county in the whole United States of America, and I'm very proud of that as citizens of this county. And I might add, as Muslim, we add to that diversity as well. I'm advised, I didn't see this test myself, Muslims are now 10% of the county population. And we are privileged that you're here, we welcome you. And of course, as our number grows, we have also more acts to do. We have children, as you see, they're performing, and so on, and they will do probably better than us, first generation of us. I want to say my special thanks to the Office of Human Rights in this office, because we made this happening a very crunch time. Director James Stu and his Stoll and his staff on his method have been very, very helpful, and I want to express my gratitude for that. And I also want to make an ask the people who will be coming to the stage to make it brief so we can finish the azan and go for the timely iftar. And of course, my MCs, they have to introduce themselves very beautifully. High school, Walter Johnson's, graduate of UMBC, and graduate of, where are you going, Georgetown or George Washington? George Washington doing Masters in Public Policy or something like that. And we look forward to more of them coming and get involved with our county, state, and civic organization. And that's the whole purpose of encouraging. So you may have seen a little change this year from the other year. I want to also acknowledge that our leaders took the time to come and stay with us, share their time and thoughts with us. Although we know they're very busy, senators to congressmen to council president and county executives and all of them, and our hats off for that. I respect. All right, so since county executive is not here, I'd like to address him in person later on. He'll be here soon, I guess, pretty soon, but this is a joint event by Montgomery County Muslim Foundation, which is a 501c3 charitable organization, and you'll see some of our activities, but we are housed in Gettysburg, Maryland, and our job is to help people. We distribute food to 300 to 400 families every month, plus senior program and youth development program, and so on. We'll touch base more on that. On that note, welcome everybody, enjoy the event, and I ask my brother, Mu'min Bare, to talk at your MCMC.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I will be very brief. On behalf of the organizers, the County Executive's Office, especially Office of Community Partnerships, Office of Human Resources, Office of Human Rights, I would like to welcome you and thank you for being here to join us for this on this beautiful special occasion. Ramadan, as you know, is a holy month for us Muslims, the month of fasting, reflection, praying a lot, and we do pray a lot this month, giving charity and serving fellow citizens who need help. We also undertake pursuit of patience, tolerance, peace, and more. This Ramadan, our hearts are filled with grief, and our thoughts are with our Muslim brothers and sisters who are enduring hardships, tremendous hardships, all around the world, in Gaza, in China, Sudan, Kashmir, and other places. I want you to keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and pray to Allah that their hardships may be relieved. Again, I just want to welcome you to this annual Iftar event, and thank you for being with us. More details, discussions about both organizations and the work they do will be done by other individuals. Welcome, thank you for being here.
So we will leave any minutes for the county executive. You're right on the dot. Please come on board. And our MCs, you might like to come. Of course, everybody knows His Excellency Mark Elridge. I tell a friend and His Excellency, and of course the county executive, a friend of this county, of this area, of this community, from school teacher to county executive, which is a fantastic, phenomenal job. He attends, he helps us distribute food on a frozen day and on a good day. So on that, I want to welcome him very warmly to this occasion. Thank you.
So, I like to be thought of as a friend. I would never say His Excellency. That is reserved for other cultures and places that are not here. We've never had them in America, and it's a good thing we haven't. And so I always feel strange when somebody introduces me like that. So, but the friend is the good part, because that's what we all are. You know, we all believe in, commonality of our interests and our commitment to this community. And we're friends and we're partners. And I just re-emphasize that part of our relationship, because that to me is really important. I'm always honored to come here. I'm always honored to work with you. You all have done amazing work in the community. We got to see that during COVID in ways we never imagined. When a lot of people were not being willing to go out on the front lines and not being able to, work with people for fear of getting COVID. Your community, you ran food, they handed out jackets. I've seen you do an amazing amount of work in the community, in the middle of COVID, putting yourselves at risk because you were trying to help other people in the community. And that to me was always one of the most, if you wanted to see character in the community, you could look at who the community groups were and who stood up and helped protect this community during the middle of COVID. That was real character and that was real community. And it is very important to me, and I really do appreciate this. I'm happy to celebrate this holiday. Ramadan is the most important holiday in the community. It's a Ramadan Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum. I appreciate the work that's been done, and I go back to, I always talk about Tufail Ahmad because I think Tufail was one of the most important people in Montgomery County's Muslim community. Tufail ran for election. I think it was 2002, and I ran with him. And we would always say we supported each other, and which you weren't supposed to do when you're on a dais debating. But he was really remarkable. What Tufail did that I thought was the most important thing, and he was conscious of this. The Muslim community was kind of invisible in Montgomery County. It was here, but there was not a participant in civic life. And Tufail felt that it had to become a participant in civic life. The only way to be fully embraced and recognized in the community is when you can participate in all the life of the community. And Tufail wanted to do that. And so it was great having him out. It was, I think, probably the greatest thing for the people who observed him and didn't know what to expect was Tufail's grasp of issues that face Montgomery County that had nothing to do with whether you're Muslim or Christian or a Jew. They were just the things that we all deal with in our lives, and how do you make this community better? And to Phil is a great representative of the community. And I know we all miss him, and everybody bless his memory. He was an important part of who we are. We continue to endure a lot of things where we've come to depend on you. You've helped us with the Afghan refugees. You help support our seniors. You have some really nice senior programs. And you work with young people, and you have scholarship programs. So you're present in everything we do here. Also, the people in the Muslim community are present in all of the great federal institutions that we used to have. That are still great. Maybe someday will be great again. Or maybe the president at some point will realize this is how you make America great again, is to take the things that are great and celebrate them instead of destroying them. But we see your community as scientists. You're teachers in our schools. You own businesses. You occupy every space. You're in IT. God knows you guys are in IT. So you occupy every space that we have in this county. And I think that's been really an important thing for the strength of this community in Montgomery County. I love the Ramadan season. I just got finished with Chinese Lunar New Year. Something like 25 dinners over 2 months or something like that. You guys can find this to 1 month, so I will not have as many dinners, but I do appreciate the celebration and the coming together and the camaraderie of sitting around the table and talking about, after you fasted and thought about what is meaning in life and why are we here doing what we're doing, is to sit around with your colleagues and people in the community and break bread together and talk about what you want and what the dreams and aspirations are for the community. So I've always appreciated going to this. I want to thank Saba Rashid, who could not be here today, and I want to thank Sultan Chaudhry for stepping up to the task, which of course we know he can do. And I also want to thank Assis Hussein and all of the MCMC for helping make today happen. I will introduce a proclamation later with Kate. But I just want to thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting out this feast for tonight. And thank you everything that you do in Montgomery County. You make a difference, and we care, and this county is going to protect you. I want to reassure you, we are not going backwards. Nothing that happens in Washington is going to change Montgomery County. Nothing. He's on one side of the district line, we're on the other side of the district line. He has authority over there, but he cannot change the character of this county and the things we do, and we're going to keep doing them. So thank you all very much.
Thank you so much for those poignant remarks. The Honorable Mark Elrick has been an elected official in Montgomery County since late 2018. He has truly been a great public servant to our community and a dear friend of MCMF. So Mark, I'm gonna have to have you hang for just a second, as we're not quite done yet. As you mentioned, joining us on the stage, I would like to welcome Montgomery County Council President, the Honorable Kate Stewart.
Salam alaikum. Thank you so much for having us this evening, and I have to say, you all are very good MCs, and you know how to keep the program running. I am joined tonight by my council colleagues, Council Member Albornoz, Council Member Marilyn Balcom, Council Member Friedson, and we have Mayor Judd Ashman from the Gaithersburg as well, and I know you're going to be hearing from our superintendent, so I'm going to keep this short because I know we have a time limit tonight. I just want to say I so appreciate this time of Ramadan, to be able to share it with all of you, and to go, we were talking a little while ago about being able to go to different mosques, join together with different members of the community, and see how, even though we know the Muslim community is one that is growing here in Montgomery County, is also to recognize how diverse the Muslim community is within itself. And this time of Ramadan gives us that opportunity to visit with many of you, and I just very much appreciate it. I also appreciate the time to reflect, to be patient, and to think about and to have empathy for others. Because so often in this world, we are rushed. We are going from one meeting to the next, to one event to the next. And to stop, to be in community with each other, and to think of others is a very precious gift. And we have that gift here in Montgomery County because of all of you, and we thank you for it. And as the county executive said, we are here to support the community, even though these may be very uncertain times and a lot of chaos and instability. Know that Montgomery County and your government here is here to support you, to be a stable force in our community, and to make sure that the Muslim community thrives here in Montgomery County. So thank you very much.
So, proclamation from Montgomery County, Maryland. Whereas Montgomery County takes great pride in being a community of people from all cultures, ethnicities, and religions, including the Muslim American community, and
whereas Muslim culture has had a far-reaching impact on world civilization, and Muslim Americans continue to make substantial contribution to every profession and trade in Montgomery County and beyond, and
whereas the Muslim American community has been exemplary in civic involvement and community services to improve the quality for all communities and to facilitate understanding across all faiths and cultures, and
whereas the Muslim community is contributing and taking part in the development of economies and businesses, education, labor, employment, health, and housing in Montgomery County, and
whereas Montgomery County residents and employees can benefit tremendously from better understanding of Muslim Americans as an integral part of our community, and
whereas Islam is a religion of peace, and the Ramadan month is celebrated as a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community by Muslims around the world in Montgomery County, Maryland.
now therefore be it resolved. Mark Elrich as County Executive and Kate Stewart as Council President of Montgomery County, Maryland, as well as the entire council, everybody here and not here. We hereby proclaim March 1st as the start date of Muslim American Ramadan fasting month in Montgomery County. We encourage our residents to join us in recognizing the contributions of the American Muslim community and to participate in the Ramadan month's activities. Signed on the first day of March by myself and Kate Stewart.
Thank you all for your beautiful and inspiring words. Your insights and experiences have truly resonated with me and everyone here, leaving us with so much to reflect on. Your words have been both meaningful and motivating. Comptroller Brooke Learman couldn't be here today, but she sends her regards. Here on her behalf will be Michael Byard.
We don't see him.
Okay, it looks like he's not here today, but we have a few remarks. So Senator Van Hollen could not be here today, but sends his regards, and we would like to recognize Catherine Prevost, who's here from his office. She'll not be speaking today, but we'd like to recognize her. And Senator Alsobrook also could not be here today, but sends her regards. And Kevin Mack is here from her office. Will not be speaking today, but he's here from her office.
Can
Our-
you see them?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and stand up. Okay. Our next guest is Montgomery County Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Thomas Taylor. Dr. Taylor began his time in Montgomery County in July of 2024, the most diverse county in Maryland and one of the most diverse counties in the United States, overseeing our 211 schools in the MCPS school system. He previously completed 6 years as superintendent of Stafford County Public Schools and was honored for the student-focused work he led. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Thomas Taylor.
Remarkably, it looks like we're a little bit ahead of schedule. Don't worry, I won't fill the time.
You may.
But good evening and Ramadan Mubarak, and blessings to everyone who is here this evening for this lovely evening of an Iftar together, an opportunity for us to share this space and to share community. It is an honor to be here as your school superintendent because the work that we do as a community is so connected. And I do have one small correction to my bio. My time in Montgomery County started in 1978.
Wow.
When I was born in Bethesda. And lived in Bethesda and grew up in Montgomery County in Silver Spring, Friendship Heights, and Bethesda. And it has been the honor of my life to return back to this fantastic community to be a leader and to join with you in this space. And more so, it has even been an honor to fast with you today. And in this time of reflection and community, and I think the point has been for us to spend time in reflection and community, I've been thinking about you a lot. Thinking about our students and their experience when they walk through the doors of our schools. Thinking about their experience this month, how they might be tired, how they might have different needs, how they are in a time of reflection. And just know that we are all thinking about our children, but we are particularly thinking about our Muslim children today and throughout this entire month. As this time is spent in reflection and in community, it's also an opportunity for us to broaden our view and to broaden our lens and to think about the work that we are doing together and how we look after all of our children, especially our Muslim children right now. I want to give high praise and thanks to the Muslim Community Foundation as well as to the Council for the work that you're doing to combat food insecurity and to serve senior citizens and to support the broader Montgomery County community. You're an important voice in not just the community, but also in our schools. And every opportunity that we have to lift each other up and to support one another is just an opportunity for us to shine and for us to thrive, not just as a school system, but as a community. So I want to thank you, not just for an opportunity to join you today, but really as an opportunity for us to work together in the future. And I think that as examples of the future, we have a lot to be optimistic about. Our MCs this evening and the students who have already spoken are just a lot of hope that they give us. And I just want to thank you for representing that hope. And know that we are grateful for you in not just what you're accomplishing so far, but what you'll accomplish in the future. And that you represent what we want out of Montgomery County. So thank you. And with that, I want to say have a lovely evening and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Taylor, for your thoughtfulness and your warmth. I would like to now welcome elected official Mumin Bare to the stage.
That's how it's supposed to read.
but that's okay. I'm back in the stage, and I do know that every time I do this, I feel bad because I leave someone behind, or at least left out in acknowledging. And so what I'm going to do this time is, rather than going by the list, I'm just going to go from my right to left and ask each person to say hello, your name, and your association. This group right here, reserve group. So I'm going to start with Samira. Your name and your association. I know you're at the Middle Eastern Advisory Group. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone.
Got it. Next. If you don't want it, we'll skip. Okay. Imam, Imam already given his invocation. The lady next to you, sister. From where? Iswa. Sister? Iswa. Debbie, come on. Debbie Spielberg?
I'm Debbie Spielberg with the Office of the County Executive.
Wonderful. Next to you.
Karen Coach McKay with K Stewart's office.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Joanna Bernhardt from the Office of Lorianne Sales.
Awesome.
Majid Matin with MCC.
Thank you.
Marilyn Balcom, Council Member of District 2. Thank you.
Dr. Ashraf?
Dr. Ashraf Sufi, with MCC Interfaith Community Chair.
Ramadan Mubarak, Andrew Friedson, County Council District 1.
You just heard from Dr. Taylor.
Good evening, Ben Stevenson, Director of the Department of Correction and Rehabilitation.
Wonderful.
Ramadan Mubarak, Anis Ahmed from Office of Human Rights.
Human Rights. I don't see Jim Stowe, Dr. Stowe, so you're representing me.
He is ill tonight.
Okay.
Loretta Garcia, I'm the manager in the Office of Human Rights.
Office of Human Rights. Zoe?
Zoe Asasi from Senator Chris Van Hollen's office, Ramadan Mubarak.
Dr. Suresh Gupta, Montgomery County Commission, Human Rights Commission, and Commissioner. Thank you.
William England, Chair of the Montgomery County Human Rights Commission.
Human Rights Commission. Thank you.
Rabbi Mark Israel from Tikvat Israel Congregation in Rockville and board member at the Jewish Community Relations Council.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. County Executive, everybody knows him.
Rabbi Abby Sharovsky, also Jewish Community Relations Council and the co-chair of the Faith Community Advisory Group.
Thanks for being here, Rabbi.
This is Chris Matthews, I'm the other co-chair for the Faith Community Advisory Group for the, also representing the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Thanks for being here, Chris.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Adama Musa Haruna. I'm with Action in Montgomery and also I'm a member of ICM, Islamic Center of Maryland. Gettysburg.
Thank you, Sister Adama.
Good evening, my name is Rebecca Cole and I am with the Gaithersburg Beloved Community Initiative and Action Montgomery.
Thank you.
My name is Sergi Yengo from Action in Montgomery and member of the Tenant Association of Enclave in Silver Spring.
Thank you. Two more people.
Good evening, Oscar Alvarenga. I'm with Montgomery County Public Schools International Office.
And right behind you is Kate Stewart, Kate Chance. I said almost like Kate Stewart.
We get confused. It's
Okay.
okay. I like how Moomin has everybody introduce themselves, but he knows everyone. He's like, you go next. I'm Kate. I'm the faith liaison. I'm with the Office of Community Partnerships.
Thank you. Now, Elba Garcia, I see you back there with the MCPS. And we're good. Okay, good. Again, thank you so much for everybody for being here. I do know that there are many more people in the audience, faith leaders, community leaders, and many other dignitaries back in the back. But say that again. Is somebody there? Yeah. Okay. The microphone.
Hi, Anne Marie Hart, bookbinder with the Montgomery County Food Council.
Food Council. Thank you. Wonderful.
Hello, Diana Tato, Montgomery County Office of Food Systems Resilience.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you. Stay, hang around. You will hear the call to prayer. You will appreciate what that means, and then we'll have iftar and dinner, but I'm gonna turn it over back to our awesome MC.
Thank you, Mr. Mukmin Bare, and for introducing everybody. Montgomery County Director of Human Rights, the Honorable James Stowe, does some amazing work. We would like to truly thank him and his staff for their cooperation with the organizers of this event. Unfortunately, he is feeling sick and cannot make it today. In his place, we welcome the Honorary Judge William England, accompanied by Loretta Garcia and Anise Ahmed.
My name is William England Jr., and I am chair of your Montgomery County Human Rights Commission. On behalf of the commission and some of the commission members, we have Dr. Gupta here, and on behalf of the Office of Human Rights and its director, James Stowe, who unfortunately is under the weather today, and his part of his staff, Mr. Anise Ahmed and Loretta Garcia, we want to just express our appreciation for all of the wonderful contributions that the Muslim Foundation and the Muslim Council make to all of the citizens of Montgomery County. We are very proud to be a part of this celebration. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you so much for those wonderful remarks. Up next, we would like to welcome MCMC President Asif Hussain to the stage.
Assalamu alaikum and greetings on a wonderful, how lucky we are for the weather we have today. It's amazing. So welcome to the 2025 edition, or the 1446 in the Islamic calendar year, annual MCMF, MCMC, and County Executives Iftar. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know Ramadan is extremely busy time for the Muslim community, and we really appreciate everyone taking their time to come out and join us today. Again, my name is Asif Hussain. I am the president of the Montgomery County Muslim Council, or MCMC. We extend our gratitude to all community members, our elected officials, for joining us to break fast today, or as is known in the Muslim tradition, the Iftar, the part of our daily ritual during the blessed month of Ramadan. I want to extend a special thank you to County Executive Mark Elridge, to County Council President Kate Stewart, the entire County Council for the Ramadan proclamation. Once again, recognizing the Montgomery County Muslim community and its contributions. After all, we are one large singular community, which makes Montgomery County so fantastic and so great. As we are aware, we are living in challenging times, more so now than ever before. But we must not let this frustrate us or bring us down. As many of us are fasting during Ramadan, we are reminded and taught the lessons of patience, sacrifice, giving, and faith. These virtues allow us to overcome challenges and position us in the broader community for growth and a more harmonious and equitable society. But to do so, we must organize ourselves. Working individually or not at all will allow the big fish to eat us up. However, if we better organize ourselves, work together, and continue to build coalitions and institutions, our collective strength and might can overcome the big fish. I wanted to take this opportunity to highlight some of the very important work that has been done by MCMC. While I do not have the time to list all of our work, all of our accomplishments, all of the things that we've been working on, one thing I wanted to highlight, which is one of the most significant activities that MCMC engaged in this past year, which was the issuance of a voter guide for both the primary and general elections. This is something of a new venture for MCMC, as we had never done a voter guide before. But this is really based off of your input, our community's guidance and input back to MCMC to say, hey, a lot of times we go into these election cycles and we don't know really what we want to do, what we should be doing as a community. Can you guys help us? And so we embarked on this venture last election cycle. And the one thing I wanted to make note of is the issuance of a voter guide is not just putting names on a piece of paper. There was a lot of work that went into this. We met with pretty much almost every candidate that was on the ballot for all of the different positions. We sent out questionnaires, received the responses, we tabulated them. We had many discussions internally before we put names on paper with our voter guides. Now, it's not a perfect process. No candidate's perfect, no process is perfect. But the feedback we received from our community was very positive, very tremendous in terms of finally providing some level of guidance. So we look forward to doing these types of activities. Again, we solicit the input, the guidance, the feedback from our community. There's only room for improvement in these processes, so we thank you for that. Can you guys advance 2 slides, please? While the 2024 election cycle has concluded, we have already began work preparing for the 2026 election cycle. Now, we all know that this will not be a presidential election cycle, but I think every election, upcoming election, is probably deemed the most important election in our lifetime, right? And I think that is true more than ever before. As you can see, there are a number of very important races that will be conducted in 2026. To highlight, at the state level, we're going to have gubernatorial elections, as well as elections for the state comptroller and attorney general. These are just to name a few. There are a few missing on this list. At the county level, we will be having elections for county executive, county council, state legislative assembly members, and always important is the Board of Education. It is imperative that we remain very active to ensure the voices and concerns of our community are heard loudly and clearly. Our power is in our engagement. Our power is in our money. Our power is in our unity. And our power is in our vote. We must work together to make sure that our voices and our community are being well heard and well represented. Now, I want to make note that work in election cycles is not the only work done by MCMC. There's a lot of other work that we do on various levels in terms of civic engagement. So just wanted to make that clear, unless people thought that's the only work that MCMC does. So this evening, I leave you with a call to action. Number one is to get involved. Get involved in any way, shape, or form that you can and are comfortable with. Everyone has different levels of comfort in terms of how they want to get involved in a civic engagement, but the fact of the matter is we need everyone to be involved in some capacity. If possible, join the MCMC membership. Join our mailing list. We have a QR code up on the screen. On each of your tables, there should be a piece of paper with the same QR code that can provide you resources to MCMC in terms of joining our mailing list, joining our membership, things of that nature. I know everyone in this room has a cell phone, so no excuses, pull them out, scan the QR code, get on our mailing list so that you know of our activities and can provide guidance and feedback to MCMC. Next, next call of action is to get to know your elected officials. Purposely, today's event and what we've done in all years past is we have these tables up front for reserved for our elected officials, for our special guests. But that doesn't mean you can't engage with them, right? When we break for fast, when the program concludes, when we're eating dinner, they're here for you. They are representing you. Make sure you come in, you get to know them. Introduce yourself. Hello, salam, my name is so-and-so. Many of us probably don't even know which council member represents us, which legislative assembly person represents us. This is your opportunity. Make sure you take that chance and that opportunity to get to know your local elected officials. Throughout this engagement, we continue to work with another call to action is to continue to work with our elected officials. So we're very, very thankful for the Ramadan proclamation that we had here on stage. If I may, a few suggestions I'll make to our elected officials that are here with us today. And I have to give credit to members of our community who have suggested some of this to us here as well, is to issue a Ramadan proclamation in the county council session itself. Let's put it on record and put it as a proclamation during the council session itself. I would encourage each of our council members, each of our legislative assembly members, any elected official who's here to issue a Ramadan greeting on your personal social media. Everyone has social media. Everyone reads social media. Put out a welcoming note because we are part of your community, so we want to be felt welcomed in that regards. The other item I want to just call out is the need to protect our First Amendment right to free speech with a focus on the local level. There's been a lot of challenges that we've been observing here, even locally in Montgomery County. We have our wonderful students here with us today who are emceeing here. I'm not pointing the finger at them, but our youth are feeling some very troubled times these days in terms of their ability to speak out on a number of different issues. And I request that each one of you do your part to make sure that our First Amendment rights are protected and that we feel comfortable being able to share our views and thoughts as long as they're respectful. I want to also take the opportunity to talk, to actually specifically thank Dr. Thomas Taylor, who, our new superintendent this year for NCPS schools. He was very gracious to reach out to the Muslim community. We at MCMC and a number of other leaders in the Muslim community met with him and his staff at the start of the school year. And it was a very welcoming gesture to say, hey, you are important, you're a part of our community. Tell us what your challenges and issues are, we're going to work with you. So thank you for that. And we need to continue those dialogues. And lastly, I want to just again thank our elected officials. We may not realize it, but they do a lot of work for our community. And a lot of times what they hear from us are complaints, challenges, and issues. But we also need to thank them for all of the great work that they do on behalf of the Muslim community and the Montgomery community in general. So when you are going to come up afterwards and meet them, also thank them. And I also want to thank them for the issuance in January. Many of you may not be aware, but in January, the County Council had issued a proclamation declaring January as Muslim American Heritage Month here in Montgomery County. First time ever. So I want to thank, even though I know she had to leave, Council President Kate Stewart for that effort, but specifically I want to thank last year's Council President, Andrew Friedson, who really spearheaded that effort. And unfortunately, the timing didn't work. Otherwise, we would have had it done on his watch last year. But really, all thanks and credit goes to Andrew Friedson. So thank you for that. So with that, I end. I know I've taken probably more than my share of allotted time, but I think at the same time, this is probably one of the few times we're actually ahead of schedule. So I want to thank all the volunteers and the staff that put this event together. It's easy for us to show up, break fast, eat dinner, and leave, but it takes a village to put this event together. So thank you, everyone, for who's volunteered and put this event together. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ramadan Mubarak, and please remember the less fortunate in your du'as and your prayers. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your inspiring words, President Asif Hussein. Up next, we have a presentation by the MCMF President T.O. Shanvas, who couldn't be here today. In his place, we have MCMF Board Member Sadiq Qureshi.
Good evening, welcome, and thank you to our elected officials, superintendent, and all our council members and county officials. It's my great pleasure to welcome you here, and especially our community members for making the time and joining us here out of their busy schedules. I just want to take a couple of minutes and kind of talk to you a little bit about who we are, the Montgomery County Muslim Foundation. We are a 501c3 charitable organization, and that is exclusively our area. We do nothing but charity work. Next, right slide, thank you. We are essentially, as I mentioned, just a charity organization, and our mission is very simple. We feed the hungry and help the needy, with a vision to creating or helping create a hunger-free and hate-free community. So these are some of our programs. For example, all of our programs actually kind of fall under 4 broad categories. Specifically, food for the needy, which is quite extended, and it falls on, within that we cover a number of things. We have the monthly food pantry, which feeds on a monthly basis for anywhere between 300 to 400 families. And I know, as mentioned, Mark has been there to distribute. Marilyn Balcom has joined us recently for the Christmas basket. I think, and Andrew Friedson has been here too. And just about everybody, all of the council members have at one point or another have joined us and participated in distributing the foods and helping us continue the mission. Child hunger mitigation, refugee food assistance. In fact, we just finished one about a week ago. Feeding the homeless. Every year, 2 weeks out of the month, we actually feed and actually deliver food to the homeless shelters, and in fact, serve the food ourselves. We also have our annual meat distribution, or the Zabiya program, which is also essentially part of the second of our big events, the Eid ul-Adha, which is basically commemorating the sacrifice of Abraham. And as part of that sacrifice, we slaughter cows and goats and essentially distribute it to the needy. The second major area is our seniors welcome and support services. Senior wellness and support services. It is a huge program. We have over 50 people. In the past, we've had more. And for those of you who do not know about it, please ask us and join us. In fact, if you need transportation, let us know. We'll send our van to get you. The Refugee Rehabilitation Program, which includes distributing food baskets as well as specifically as during the month of Ramadan, the Ramadan baskets. The Youth Education and Leadership is another area that we emphasize on. So as part of the food pantry distribution, MCMF, as I mentioned before, serves anywhere from 300 to 400 families per month across Melbourne. We are an interfaith organization. We do not base our distribution on gender, ethnicity, or race. We do not see any of that. We only see the person who needs the food. We, as part of that distribution every month, the packet that we distribute is approximately 70 pounds, and it includes nutritionally balanced meals, staple foods, including produce at times, fresh produce to be specific. This is just some examples of our distribution that we have happened. In fact, there are some pictures that are coming up. As part of our child hunger mitigation program, the Linkages to Learning Partnership for Food and Education Support, we distribute to over 1,500 families over the 2024 year. Almost 110,000 pounds of food have been given so far. Some of the schools that we work with very closely, Gaithersburg, Forest Oak, South Lake, Harriet Tubman, Whetstone, Summit Hall. That is not an extensive and exclusive entire list. There are more. These are just some of them. As part of the refugee distribution program, we have distributed so far 25,000 pounds of food to over 250 refugees across Montgomery County and neighboring neighborhoods. Food Pantry for Refugees, we work with our partners through the New Neighborhood Interfaith Alliance, and over 21,000 pounds of foods has been distributed to refugees in MoCo alone. We also have our holiday baskets distribution, typically on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Toys for Tots is part of that as well. And usually we get approximately 150 families that come and join us for that. Part of our youth educational services, we have after-school tutoring at these various schools that I mentioned earlier. I'm sorry, I keep looking because I don't want to get ahead of the slides. 2 weekly classes for students, 2-hour sessions each, and over 100 students participate in that in cooperation with Linkages and Linkages to Learning. All of these tutoring sessions are handled by MCBS certified and qualified teachers. As part of our youth development program, we do offer a yearly scholarship, the Tufail Ahmed College Scholarship, which is $1,000, and we have had recipients range from anywhere from 3 to 5, and every year we give it out. In fact, please definitely encourage your high schoolers to apply for it. African American Equity Fund, which was developed primarily during the Black Lives Matter March, is essentially a scholarship given to one person in partnership with MCPS. And it is essentially to develop that person from start to finish to a vocational job, to complete and actually be a productive member of the society. Delving a little bit further into senior wellness and program, we have weekly wellness sessions, as I mentioned before. They take very interesting trips to some very nice places, even including Shenandoah Valley and aquariums and places like that. As I mentioned, if you need transportation to come to our wellness sessions, please call us. Please call our office director. We will send a van for you. And we will give you a ride back too. We also have our yoga sessions every day, minimum 3 times a week, but it can happen almost all the way up to 5 times a week. Again, transportation is also provided for that as well. Clothing distribution every year. prior to the festivals and holidays. We have winter clothes distributed to almost 100 families, holiday clothes distribution, again, to almost 100 families. We also have a program for vocational training where, one of our board members essentially leads the effort with sewing lessons for income generation to unskilled members, and primarily these are usually females. So where do we see MCMF going next? Basically, we want to have a permanent home for MCMF. In fact, we are in the process of looking for it, so if anybody knows of anything, please do let us know. We're always looking for good opportunities. We also want to enhance our food pantry program.
Black Lives Matter Fund, I need some money because they are using me 15 years for this money. 15 years Black Lives Matter.
Ma'am, don't worry, we'll get you. Just make sure I have your name afterwards. Thank you. So we also are looking to enhance our senior wellness program, expand the child hunger mitigation program even more so that we can include and provide food for more members. Expand the after-school tutoring program from two sessions to maybe 4 sessions. Grow the number of teachers, grow the number of schools that we are at. And essentially develop a more robust refugee rehabilitation program. So these are, I'll leave you with this, basically thanking you again, Ramadan Mubarak, or as we say, Iftar Mubarak. And also, these are our management, this is our management staff. Make sure you know and get to know them, and please do join us as you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It is now time for our award and recognition ceremony. Presenting the awards, we have the Honorable Mark Elric, MCMS Vice President Shagufta Sheikh, and Chairman Sultan Chowdhury. Those who are honored, please make your way to the stage as we are now running short on time, just a little. We also ask our beloved audience to please hold your applause for the end.
We would like to call to the stage our community leaders, Abdul Hai Shah, Mona Naham, and Zamruda Ahad.
Unfortunately, Mona could not come. She is going some treatment, I think, but
Next, for our partners who assist in the delivery of food for hard-to-reach families in Montgomery County, we would like to call to the stage Angelica Lopez, Maria V. Lizarba, sorry if I mess up your name, and Milagro Flores.
Abdul Haisa.
Assalamu alaikum. Actually, it is a surprise for me. I was just sitting there and Brother Sultan came to me, you have to come to the stage. And I'm nervous too, because here ICCP chairman is here. He's all the time saying, Zamruda, don't go next to the stage, next to the imams. But I'm lucky this time I am here. I'm thankful to the foundation of this organization to honor me, especially Brother Sultan and Sister Banu. Thank you very much. I will cherish this award always. But I want to thank ICCP and its founders who gave me the recognition and who trusted on me on that point. On those things I am here to help all in this stage. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brother Sultan. Everybody, thank you. Actually, I am the managing administrator of ICCP.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Manu.
That's my boss, guys. So, it's amazing. Okay, next we have the volunteers in food distribution, volunteering to mitigate food insecurity in Montgomery County, working tirelessly to serve food to needy residents. Okay, I would like to welcome Carla Gonzalez, Abdullah Sheikh, Fatima Tabet, Zarif Chaudhry, Shahzad Ahmed, and Aiden Zamin. Please come up all together. There's a couple more. We have Ali Muhammad, Ayan Zamid, Sahir Quraishi, Daniel Noor, and Gibran Noor.
Fatima Tabet. Is Fatima here?
No, she may know.
Okay. Zarif Chaudhry is here. Shahzad Ahmed is here, right? Bisit. Aiden Zameen. Okay. Good job. Ali Muhammad is here. Ayan Zameen. Is Ayan Zameen here? No? No. When I was young, if somebody used to tell me an hour, I would just go 10 years ahead of time. Of course, there's no money here. So. Sahid Qureshi. Is Sahid Qureshi here? Daniel Noor. Ziban Noor. Okay, we'll hold on the certificates. We'll deliver to them. Thank you. Just to say, these volunteers, young volunteers, these young volunteers spend so much time, MCMF, preparing food, delivering food every month. And of course, anytime we need them, they are here for us. Without them, charitable work could not complete. And thank you so very much. And thank you for the community leaders who prepared them as well. We appreciate it for all your efforts and all your generosity. It's a generosity. Thank you.
So I know everybody's not up here who got called, but I'm glad you were here tonight and you had an opportunity to get recognized. Your work in the community is really important. I know you're appreciated by everybody here. You're appreciated by everybody you've helped. So thank you for what you do, and look forward to seeing you. I assume you will continue to volunteer next year, so I hope I get to see you again next year.
Thank you for all the encouragement. Thank you.
Next year maybe there will be the coordinators, maybe more seniors, and difficult to catch them.
Indeed. So we encourage them to get next generation, next graders ready for this function. Thank you. And of course, this season of a lot of illnesses, 3 of them called, they're sick, they'd like to come and infect other people. Thanks so much. Are we done? Thank you.
Presenting the closing remarks will be MCMF Chairman Sultan Chaudhry. As we near the end of our program, MCMF Chairman Sultan Chaudhry will share his reflections on today's discussion and the impact of our time together. We are grateful for his leadership and the wisdom he brings to our community. Please join me in giving him a warm welcome.
Greetings again. Blessings, salam, and shalom, and namaste. We are getting ready for break our fast pretty quickly, but I think it's been a joy, and I like doing this because it brings so much joy, so many people of diverse background together. It's wonderful. I want to thank, of course, formally, all our volunteers throughout the year, and donors. Without them, we could not make this event successful. Also, I want to express our gratitude to the county executive, county council, state and federal representatives that support MCMF efforts in striving for a hunger-free and hate-free society. MCMF runs on support from volunteers and donors, and I encourage all to be more engaged and more giving, whether you're here or you're not here. The message is get more involved and get into more giving. And we have applications. If you're not a member of MCMF, it's free membership. Please sign up and be a member so you get our regular mailings and events, and of course call for charity. That's a joy. In fact, if you get started, you don't stop. Charity is infectious. I've been experiencing for the last almost 2 decades, and every day is a joyful day. It's more work, but more joyful. I wish to recognize a few people. Of course, there are a lot of donors, some donors who stand out at the MCMF list. In alphabetical order, Fateh Chowdhury, Irfan Malik, Shahid Hashmi, Frank Islam. We wish to offer him our best for his speedy recovery. I think he has undergone surgery, so he could not make it today. Nusrat and Amina Jamal, Fazlur and Mrs. Khan, Faridul Akhani, Zishan Rashid, Dr. and Mrs. Tio Shanawaz, Shakil and Meher Siddiqui, and Dr. and Mrs. Ashraf Sufi. I mentioned the name to encourage others to increase the level of charity and donation to MCMF. I also wish to inform that, as Sadiq almost alluded to it, we're in the process of trying our best to get a home for ourselves. We're in contractual process now. Hope all goes well. If it goes well, we'll have a much better facility for you to volunteer, work, celebrate. We look forward to it. It's been a grand occasion for us to be here together. And we thank God and we thank all our community members. It's a privilege, and we bless our communities, our county, and our country, and our citizens. Blessings and peaceful world. May God bless. Thank you. Azan time?
We have about 4 minutes for the Adhan time. So one of our young members of our community will be giving the Adhan, which is the call to prayer. It's the time when we can break our fast. From a logistical perspective, prayers are going to be upstairs 1 floor. So if you, from my left to your right, if you exit out this way and you go up the stairs, for those who need, there are elevators. If you need extra time, you might want to start now. Grab your dates and your water, what have you. For our elected officials and those not fasting, what have you, dinner will be served immediately thereafter. And for everyone else, once we finish our Maghrib prayers, come down and we'll have our dinner at that time.
Thank you. And actually, we made a difference this time. We finished ahead of time. Generally, we rush into finishing it, which is great, and we're going to pay ourselves for that. And our elected officials and guests, food will be served on my left on the table. And the caterer assured me all food are gluten-free, except the pita bread. So, okay, and our community members, after the prayer, come back. There's big lines of food at the back of this building. Please help yourselves and enjoy. In the meantime, chit-chat, get to know each other. Thank you, and God bless.
Everyone, if we can have everyone please quiet down. It is now time for the Adhan.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
For all those who are praying, there's a prayer area set up upstairs in the mezzanine, so whenever you guys are ready, you can head upstairs to the prayer area. And for our distinguished elected officials and guests, we have your food set up to my left. And when the community members are done with their prayer, you guys can head over to the back where there's a second eating area buffet set up. Thank you.